Hello guys, NautoAisDx here, and I want to give my thoughts and reaction to the latest Nintendo Direct Mini. So there's been a rumbling that there will be a Nintendo Direct in the month of January, so they did, but it's not a big Nintendo Direct, it was more of a quote-unquote mini Direct. So basically we don't know how this work is. It's a Nintendo Direct, but in smaller chunk, and the funny thing is that instead of rather like, oh, we have a plan that it's going to be a Nintendo Direct, it's more of, oh, guess what? Nintendo Direct. And apparently this one went up like 6 in the morning. So yeah, comments saying I've seen those before. A lot of Nintendo Direct does pop out like 6 in the morning. So no surprises there really. So I'm just going to give my general thoughts and reaction to the games they offer that is interesting to me. So the first thing that popped in my head is The World Ends With You Final Mix. So this is the, I guess, quote-unquote, the definitive version for the Switch. It's starting at DS, the actual DS, not 3DS. And then came to the mobile phone. And then the characters and the cast actually made an appearance in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. And now for the Switch, they're back. And this time you can either do it stylus or control, because I think it's going to be a little bit different since it's not two screen for this one, and it'll be like an additional storyline. So I might be picking it up in the long run if it gets cheap. You know I like my games cheap, so that's an interesting one. And then another one that next popped in my head is another SNK fighting game. It's a SNK Heroine Fighter All-Star, so I'm assuming all the SNK female fighters in one game. They sort of did this in the Neo Geo Pocket Call, I think, SNK Gal Fighters, and there were multiple ones. Basically, it's just a lot of female SNK fighter, that's what it really is. And I wouldn't be surprised if they put in, what's his name, or her name? I forgot the name, but it's a female, you think, oh, it's a female Iori, but spoiler here, but this is all. In the ending, it's Iori dresses as a girl. Okay, I don't know why, whatever. So, again, interesting. Hopefully it also goes to the PS4. And then a new Mario Tennis. Surprisingly, it's not Tennis, the remastered version from the Wii U. Because I can tell you the one in the Wii U wasn't really that good. Didn't really have a lot of content. It was more online-centric and Amiibo. So hope this one actually has a story mode. So interesting. I can't wait to see more about Kirby, Whoopi, Kirby. I play a lot of those. I don't know what any difference. Combination, who knows. And then they showed DLC for Pokemon Tournament DX, no surprise. I wish they kind of did that also with the Wii U, but you know, it is what it is. And then they announced 2 games that was remastered from the Wii U: The Legend of Zelda Hyrule Warriors and Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Donkey Kong Country Return Tropical Freeze, I think that's what it's called. Again, maybe in a different story, why remaster, why not backwards compatibility. The gist of it is, it's easier to develop rather than try to make a system to add new feature that could raise the cost. And of course, the reason why they're also doing this is people probably messed up with the Wii U because, again, the Wii U didn't sell well. It was one of the poorest consoles sold ever in Nintendo's history. Again, it's a different video. Then of course other game that doesn't really pop in my head, can't really remember. And another one, really, this one I really don't care, Dark Souls Remastered. This is the first game. Not really a fan of Dark Souls. Bloodborne, maybe the only closest thing that I can play that's to my level. I have played multiple Dark Souls games and I just cannot get into these things. So we'll see what it is. So yeah, overall not really much to say. It is a direct mini for a reason. The good thing is it has games. It has third-party games. It has those Nintendo games that's coming out. Again, a lot of this thing I could probably do a separate vlog. That it is a good idea, and it's good that they are providing one Nintendo game per 1 to 2, like for every 1 or 2 months at least for the Switch. That's a key thing. Nintendo Wii U did not have a Nintendo game for a long time. People didn't like that. You cannot do that. They must at least have one, at least for every 1 to 2 months. 1 to 2 months, that's what I meant. That year, 1 to 2 months, they need to provide a Nintendo game. So they are providing Nintendo games starting in February all the way to May. Like I said, there's the Kirby game, there's the Mario Tennis game, there's remasters game that's gonna come out. You can say that's a part of it, like Mario Kart Deluxe, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I bought it, I double dip on it because I love Mario Kart 8. It was so fun, so why not? The only unfortunate is they didn't mention any update or new feature for the Switch, but hopefully maybe in February, maybe Marchish, or maybe the new fiscal year, that's what they're going for. Kind of makes sense, just have to wait and see. Yeah, those are my thoughts about it. Not bad. Again, it's a good start for them. They should continue this momentum, so we have to see what next install if you're a Switch owner. Update on Super Mario Odyssey. Not a new level, but a new mode called Find Balloon, and it's starting with Luigi. Don't know what the point is, but I guess it's, it's a social aspect fun. Hide the balloon or look for the balloon, for ranking point. But again, it's from Nintendo, so people will try it out, like want to Switch. So, yeah, interesting about that. So, wait and see. It's a free update, plus you get more costume for free. So, props to Nintendo for doing that. So, the big follow-up here is that this morning, I turned on the internet, watched YouTube for a while, and the announcement from the Pokemon channel is Detective Pikachu finally is going to have an international release on March the 23rd. Looks interesting. Yes, this game had been out in Japan 2 years ago. However, from what I heard, it was only a download version and it only had one episode. Apparently, this is sort of an episodic game. So, I guess what's happening now is they're releasing a retail version with 2 episodes, because apparently in Japan, they're also going to be releasing episode 2. So, in the international version, they're just making it into one game card physical release. Maybe there's also a downloadable version, but it's a retail version. Has episode 1 and 2. And I saw the American trailer. Yeah, it's interesting. Pikachu is talking. Sadly, it's not Dan DeVito. So, I mean, that would be my preferred Pikachu voice for Detective Pikachu. That's what I meant. I know in the movie it was Ryan Reynolds. I don't agree with it to some extent. I'd rather have Danny DeVito. And I know I heard that Danny DeVito did address this, but it is what it is. But that's the movie. That's not the game. So the game's going to come out. Looks interesting. I might get it. But the bigger shopper is that they're going to release an Amiibo for this game. And believe it or not, this Amiibo is actually twice as big as your standard Amiibo. Yes, apparently, according to Nintendo, it's going to be 13 centimeter bigger inches tall than your normal Amiibo. So unfortunately, most common Amiibo are $13. This one will basically cost you $30. Like, wow. So I don't know, man. $30 for this giant Amiibo. So either the functionality is really that expensive, or the scoping in this game is really. Wow, I was hoping, $20, but I know the Guardian is $20, but $30 for this? Wow, I really got. Someone needs to have a comparison size, like an actual one, not just a picture about it. But I don't know. It might look good, but yes, it's one of the new Amiibo in 2018. Of course, there's still the Shovel Knight in America. I still hope they'll bring out the Monster Story one and Box Boy, but that'll be a different story. Yes, a little side note here. You kind of notice I didn't really talk about my acquisition Amiibo from the second half or the last half of 2017. I am planning to do that. Like I said, gist of it is, it's not really that hard this time around. Let's just say there's some restock happening and some don't. Twilight Princess late for the 30th anniversary. But that's a different story. So again, yeah, that's a follow-up on my Nintendo Direct, and an announcement of Pikachu, Detective Pikachu, coming this March 23rd, 2018. I might get it, I might not, I don't know yet, but I just have to wait and see if it's good or not. But yeah, I mean, the Pikachu Amiibo, the Detective Pikachu Amiibo, wow, that's twice as big. So I need a comparison size, so just have to wait and see. So with that, thanks for listening.